Welcome back to Recorder Works. So I'm going to play for you a jig in the Lydian mode, and then I'm going to maybe play a harmony for it, and then I'll talk a bit about what I'm doing with the notes and stuff like that, and maybe some ornamentation and variations. I need to remind myself, this is a note to myself, I need to adjust this volume, because when I'm talking, my videos, I've noticed the voice is a lot quieter, and that's probably because the pressure coming out of this thing into my microphone here is a lot more intense. So even though I've got a lot of compression on this device that I'm using, it's still not balanced. So I'm just making this as a note to myself, recording it, so when I watch it, it'll remind me, and then next time I hopefully won't forget. So when I'm talking, the volume's up a bit, and then I'll turn it down. Play. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's a Lydian jig. So the Lydian, I'm playing Lydian in G. Remind myself, turn up the voice. Okay, so it's a Lydian jig, Lydian in G. Now, the thing about these modes is people often get confused about two different ways of thinking about them. So in principle, you could say this Lydian G scale is derived from a D major scale because it's got both the sharps. It's got the F sharp and the C sharp, which I'm playing with this fingering. Okay, so a D major scale would have those notes. But that's not a particularly helpful way of thinking about it, except if you forget what the note should be. It's much more helpful to just think of it as a major scale with a sharpened fourth, instead of. And if you think about it like that, it can save a lot of confusion with trying to refer back to some kind of parent scale whose only relationship to the mode really is that it has the same notes in it, but it's actually got completely different sets of intervals from the tonic. So that's one thing. Next thing, the tune works quite fast as well, so I'll just show you that. Okay, so the main ornament, there's this roll. So you got 3 Gs in a row. One cut from above, one cut from below. And then there's lots of scope in this tune for variation. It's a tune I wrote myself, by the way. Although I've not heard a lot of Renaissance tunes in the Lydian mode, it's kind of got that Renaissance flavour to me, which means a lot of those variations that I have in some of those tunes are quite appropriate here. So something like. Okay, so it's easier to do variations on the A part, the B part, because it's got that Lydian bit. But there is lots of scope there for innovation and maybe improvisation if you can do it kind of on the hoof, as it were, or you can kind of plan out some variations. But yeah, I don't think there's a lot of Lydian tunes out there. There's a few classics. I think in Star Wars, it's John Williams who wrote the music for that, I think. And I think it's Yoda's theme has that. That's not Yoda's theme, by the way. It's just showing the scale. And there's a few other films that have that kind of flavour in. For me, it's a very bright, almost kind of dreamy sort of scale. That's, in a way, it's actually the most bright scale you can get, in the sense that if you were to take the cycle of fifths and generate notes from starting on G and then go D would be the fifth of that, and then A would be the fifth of that, and then E would be the fifth of that, and then B, and then F sharp, and then after the F sharp you'd have C sharp. So if you were literally just to go around the cycle of fifths, you would get a Lydian mode. So in that sense, it's more natural than a major scale. But you know, I don't know what that means in terms of what happened first. It's a really interesting question for me, actually. It's like, did someone sing a major scale and then work out that if you did this circular fifth thing and then you change one of the notes so that it was a natural fourth instead of a sharpened fourth, that it kind of sounded the same? Or was it kind of from these kind of acoustic experiments that people like Pythagoras and co were doing in ancient Greece? Probably some combination of both. I don't know the answer to that. It's an open question. If you know the answers, please let me know in the comments. So I think that's it for now. Maybe I'll just play it once more with the harmony for you. I better give it some volume. Let's try that again. I don't know if I remember this turning the volume thing, which is very confusing, but I'll try and keep on top of it. So turn down the volume when I'm playing, and you know what I mean. Here we go. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.